Good day, everybody. Good to see you. I'm Sophie, Marketing and Communications Coordinator at Become Studios.
And I'm Felix, Game Designer and Developer at Become Studios.
So how is everyone? We are the team behind the game Tales from Candlekeep Tomb of Annihilation, the digital adaptation of the Tomb of Annihilation board game. So good to see you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. You got the board game right next to you too,
yes.
if you wanna see it.
Reaching for my visual
yeah.
aid, framed right here. Yeah.
So the game is based on the adventure system board games, the latest one being Tomb of Annihilation, and with some tweaks and whatnot. So some names we are used to see in the chat. So hello, and also welcome to everyone else that has never tuned in to one of our streams before. So today we're gonna be doing a boss fight. We're gonna jump into the Watch the Skies quest, but also if you have any questions in chat, any comments or feedback regarding the game, we'll be answering your questions and just taking notes on any topic or things you want us to work with in the game.
Yes.
Oh, and we do have giveaways also, right?
Yes, coming up soon. And we're joined by the dreaded Terra folks from the board game that's going to come close to the camera and terrify everybody. It's a Terra folk that terrifies. And we're going to be fighting Terra folks in the game, right?
Yes, so we are going to get quite a lot of them, and they're also very popular in the board game, the PC game, and we'll see. We'll jump into combat in a little bit, but one thing that I dislike about the Terra folk is if they roll a 18 or plus on you, they steal an item that you have in your inventory. They're like little thieves. Well, big thieves, if you can say.
Materials or rings or potions?
So accessories, anything you have in your inventory, they just run. And if you kill them, they don't drop them. They just
they're gone.
Probably just whatever they could. So PB, welcome, bonjour to you two, and one Obi-Wan gigs.
And I'm wondering if PB and J listen to us preparing the stream, because he already knows the mission that we're gonna do.
Yep, it's on the title of the stream also, so that's
okay,
good.
Never mind.
We also have Encantador the Gamer over on Facebook, by the way. Encantador, we watch your streams here in the studio. Keep them coming. If you are content creators, streamers, or you just make reviews about the game, do send us a message so we can share your content on our platforms as well. So we're gonna jump into the game here. And the quest we are doing today, Watch the Skies, it's one of the first quest in the game as you go through, without counting the side quests, of course. Alright, you streamed it earlier.
Nice.
Awesome, good. So do we like League? Are you talking about League of Legends? I do. I used to play League a lot. I haven't recently, but I still a very big League fan.
I haven't had much chance to play myself, though.
A lot changed. Every time I jump in, there's new heroes that I don't remember, but I do love the game. So, upon arriving at Sur Cabal, you are greeted by a number of Aarakocra, or bird people. So Aarakocra is just like Ashara, they're the bird people, just like her, like here. I love the Aarakocras. Ashara, by the way, is also an Idol Champion. I know the Idol Champion stream was just before us. There's Ashara and Birdsong that you can find also.
So they're both in there now?
Yes.
Is Ashara new in there? Or?
Ashara has always been there from the start. Okay. Birdsong was with the latest event. The event is over now, so I hope you got your hands on her before. Alright. So, peering curiously at you from behind them, you see a couple of human children. But when they notice that they've been seen, they duck out of sight. The Aarakocra agree to let you use Sur Sabal as a base, but only if you defeat the terrafolk named Nrakra.
That's easy to pronounce.
Who's been attacking them every chance he gets. So we are doing storytelling here with a French-Canadian accent. I hope you like it. I hope it's putting you into the whole magic feeling. So we're going to be doing a hard quest just because we don't have starter gear. We have +1s or +2s. So here we go. So what is this? For everyone that's tuning in and you don't know this game, this is Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation. You see it on the overlay at the bottom left side of the screen. The game is live now since October on Steam, and it's also available as a complete edition, so that's Kawasha and all of the DLCs in one package on the Twitch store. So if you just click on Tales from Candlekeep stream, you can just head over to our profile page on Steam and buy the game there DRM free, or you can just get it on Steam as well. So we're gonna be going and find and eliminate Nakra. So before we go in, I'm just gonna double check what we have. I do believe we have, yeah, +2 at some things, +2 here. We have a +3 armor. We're gonna just very likely play hard mode because normal with this would be a bit too easy.
So Ashenor is asking, where's the link?
Yeah, maybe a moderator can put the link in the chat. I don't believe with our access we're able to link, but Tales from Candlekeep, you guys, you can share that in the chat. That would be very appreciated.
Yeah, and if you search for Tales from Candlekeep on Steam, you'll find it.
So I have some questions from Facebook. Do we have any plans on any kind of text quest or any kind of story choices that may influence the next mission? It's really funny you mentioned that because we've talked about it this week in the studio, of having some sort of influence that take you to one side or the other. It's not set in stone or planned for any soon or upcoming update because we have a lot of other stuff in the roadmap first. Maybe down the road, so we'll see.
So, hi everybody, Mr. Foreign Dog. It's not co-op right now. It's currently just single player. But there are plans, I think, that I don't want to commit to.
Yes, definitely. Co-op is on the roadmap. After that, multiplayer. So it's something definitely we look into. And I always find it funny when somebody says it's pay to win. It's a single player game. So you don't have to buy any of the DLCs if it's not your flavor. I do advise anybody that whenever you buy something, look at the store page of what you're getting. If you don't want the DLCs for the starter packs that help you in your quest, just don't get them. That's very simple. And even if you do have them, you can disable them in the options menu. So I'm gonna be going here with the full party: Artist Simba, Shara, Dragonbait, Bursong, and Kawasha. Going over the abilities real quick.
Are there threats that you can expect?
Well,
that you should be prepared for with abilities, or?
Not really. It's gonna be pure damage, damage fight. So Nakra does fly around, does a lot of damage. And we're gonna be doing a lot of Terrafolk fighting. So let's get ready for that. And Shara, she has Fire Shield. You know, once you're used to a certain spec of utility and daily, usually you stay with them. So I'm gonna keep this. And Kawasha, now let's see, do we want to take the Velociraptor wild shape, the Call Lightning, or the Ape wild shape? I think since we're doing a boss fight, I would just go for damage, so the Call Lightning. And we'll see if we have a bunch here.
So, to answer Cheesecake's questions, this doesn't use the 5.0 rule set. The adventure system is sort of like 4.5, sort of. Like it's 4.0 rule set, but there are some tweaks.
Yeah.
You can...
Yeah, so the adventure system board game was created back in the days. They started with like the 4th edition, and then they added with Tomb of Annihilation some elements of the 5th. So, you know, they have disadvantage and advantage, but they don't have attacks of opportunity. But in a sense, the adventure system don't really have one or the other rule sets because they come with their own rules of their own. So the board games are very different in play style. It's turn-based. Well, you'll see, but it has a bit of both of the elements.
Yeah, and all the adventure system games are compatible between each other. So the rules system is sort of like not frozen because it's still evolving with the advantage and disadvantage, but it's its own thing. That's the best I can put it, I think. And
if you were a Terrafolk, where would you hide?
Trees.
A tree? Yeah. So we have to find its nest. All right. Awesome.
And the Facebook chat is hard to read, but yes, we are having more streams per week for the last 2 weeks, and probably next week. I'm not going to commit to anything.
Yes, so we have special schedules, special streams, because and it's very good that you bring it up, because it reminds me of an announcement I also have to make. We're doing more streams because we were nominated at the Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier. So if you're watching right now, there's the amplifier happening right now on Twitch Prime. So there's 8 games that were selected by Twitch, 8 indie games to win that amplifier, and Tales from Candlekeep Tomb of Annihilation is one of the 8 games that was nominated at the amplifier. So if you would like to support us by going on the contest page and give us a vote for the game, we would really, really, truly appreciate it. So to go vote for the game, it's very simple. You click on the Twitch Prime logo on your Twitch, and then you click on the amplifier, and you have our game on the bottom right, so you can go and vote for us there.
Yeah, and you have until March 11th. So you have 1 vote to cast. It's not every day, but 1 vote until March 11th. So now's a good time to do it.
Now's a good time not to forget. Yes. All right, so let's explore. Just like in the board game, you have tiles and they drop at random. So every time you play a quest, it's always going to be a different tile. And now we have a challenging tile, and when challenging tile happens, you are faced with an encounter that the game does. So a death curse, if we roll an 18 or higher, we lose a healing surge. So a healing surge is a healing that happens when you die and you get revived. So awesome.
And I don't believe that Twitch lets us know who's leading in the contest, right? It's a surprise for us as well.
So we don't know who has many votes, although they have tweeted some updates on how the contest is going. But we don't know for say who has how many votes at the moment, but we do need your support, guys. So if you would be so kind as to take a moment and vote for us. I missed my first hit, so let's see if I get. I need to have 15. So
nine or more.
So let's see. So it's a miss, but.
Oh, somebody recognizes me. Hey, Gohan. I'm assuming that you're pink from my WoW guild. Not gonna plug any names.
Sweet. Zabu mushrooms. Okay, so we're gonna have a disadvantage. That's okay.
So
Dragon Bait also always disables whatever he has.
Yeah, he negates like debuffs, I think.
So he can have disadvantage. That is not a problem to me. So let's buff up.
Meow. I meow. So hi Darklaw, and thank you Daniel MG for the compliments about the game, not me or Sophie.
Thank you very much. Yes.
And Cheesecake is saying that it's giving him vibes of the old XCOM mixed with D&D, so that's a great praise. Yeah,
so it's a turn-based game just like XCOM, so I totally understand the comparison to it. And here we go. There's so many. I don't know. I'm getting some communication ready here in the studio to let you know, guys, what we're working on. I can't wait to tell you what we have. So we have a free update coming for you guys. Free content to anyone that has a game. A new game mode. I can't say much. Free also. And also improvements to encounters. So that's gonna be announced in details very soon. But keep your eyes open. Yes.
And so I have a couple topics. If people have more questions, feel free to ask. But if you want to chat about those, and I could use some more promo from the wizards on Twitter and the likes. Okay.
Oh well, CMI. If you make any content, you're talking about the vote. I think I know you are. I see. I was like, hang on a sec.
Yeah, from what I've seen playing it and hearing the team talk about it, the game is very well balanced. And if you feel like purchasing the physical board games, I'm still pointing outside of the screen. I don't know why. But if you purchase the board game, you can purchase the other ones and then mix and match the characters, the monsters, the tiles.
Yeah.
They're all compatible, so that's a nice advantage.
Was that Shaped? I don't think Shaped likes the sound of my voice. If that can be reassuring, I don't like it either. Don't listen.
So I need to do all the talking, really? Okay, well, don't encourage me too much.
Whenever I speak English, I get a bit higher pitch, and it annoys me, so it's okay. I don't take it personal. Just listen to the content. I have nice content to say.
So, as far as my little topics go, you know, when you're playing a video game, like the music and sound effects are a really nice package and part of the experience. When you're playing D&D at home or with friends or wherever you play D&D, does your DM or do you bring music, sound effects? Did you like create atmospheres with? Well, I remember my DM had like his laptop, and then you know you get to a village, and then you hear the hammers clanking in the back, and birds and people like playing or children playing. So that helped create the atmosphere. So I'm just curious. Like I really liked the last week, I think, when the people were talking about what they were doing in their campaigns, or that's really interesting. So, but oh, I think you found that's just a normal.
Oh yeah, that was a normal Terrafolk.
And yeah, well, usually I end up distracting my co-host, or I'm kind of the co-host, but I end up distracting the person playing when I ask questions and talk about the chat. So that's kind of on me.
Well, the game is turn-based, so it can have as many breaks as it happens. We have messages to communicate. I do recommend you watch streamers to watch full Let's Plays. We're here to... delivery here is being delivered, so... Yeah,
because on a typical stream with me anyways, we get to play one mission if we're really fast.
That's alright.
And Gamer Sin Tiempo, we are talking with the people on the Twitch D&D channel. That's where most of the comments are right now. And I see you guys are probably on our Twitch, right, Sophie?
This is our Twitch,
okay.
So yeah.
So if you go, well, you can stay on ours. We're still reading you, but the whole chat is happening mostly on the D&D channel. And you don't need a constant connection to the internet, right?
You don't. So you can play without internet.
Yeah, you download and update connected, but then you can just log off. And okay, thank you PBNJ for the Let's Plays that you're doing. That's very nice, and I hope like there's good reception for you. And okay, or other topics that I had. I just wrote stuff before the stream. Like, what's your most memorable like monster or encounter that you've fought in this game, in tabletop, in I don't know, some other video game form? And PBNJ is asking, what's the max level that you can reach as a player?
There's none. No cap.
Okay.
You can go as high as you want.
And, oh, okay. So Gamer Sin Tiempo is now in the D&D channel. So, hi.
Hello. Alright, so I'm gonna head over here.
Okay, so Encantador the Gamer on Facebook is answering that he uses his voice when he DMs and when you play and stream this game also. So he makes up voices for every character. So hopefully he's hoping that they're going to be voiced in the future in this game. So if you want them with a French-Canadian accent, I'm totally open for voice acting, but I'm not making promises. And okay, so people are still talking about like how they feel about 4th edition, but yeah, I mean they all have their particularities, I guess. And oh, okay, so Neverwinter reflects the 4th edition engine, and Comedier, I cannot say this. Seamidrifty, how do you pronounce that? Is asking if we designed the characters for the game and if there's a chance to get them translated into first level character sheets. So that's probably something that can be done, right?
Okay, so we can get those translated as a first level sheets for DM's Guild. So we did not design the characters. They come from the board game by WizKids. So we have just taken the characters as they were made for the board game and ported them to the digital adaptation.
For example,
yeah,
I am bringing up this character sheet from the board game. That's why I was off screen for a moment. So this is Birdsong's character sheet from the game. And the second level, yeah, when you level up, flip it over to this side.
So I found the boss, by the way. Ashara and the rest of my party is like so spread out.
You split the party? No.
I did. I split the party all the time, but it's fine. So we're gonna have to defeat the boss. That's up there, and just work my way up there with Ashara. But
so
yeah,
you ran into a gorilla at the same time. So
yeah. So she has her fire shield, so I want her in front. It seems funny to have a wizard in front, but she's the most tanky with her buff right now. And we'll just probably, you know what? I'm gonna ace and attack.
So I'm gonna try to catch up on the chat. So
yeah, so many people here tonight.
Zigbee Rooster is asking if Dragon Bait is voiced. Well, kinda, because he's mute. So I mean, you can try to make like mumbles when he's supposed to be talking.
He doesn't speak, so it's easy to voice.
And there's a light green name on a white background, Borse 164, I think, is asking, since he's never played D&D, how does this relate to tabletop D&D? I see the board game and our game as sort of a gateway to D&D. It's the lighter version when you're getting started. You get offered characters that are pre-made with different classes that represent the actual classes in the D&D tabletop. Still acting off screen for some reason. My hand is over here, but I'm there. And you kind of get right into the game right away. So let's say that you have some friends over who are maybe not familiar with D&D in video game or tabletop format. You can just, hey, we're going to play a D&D game. Here's your character. Here's what we're going to do tonight. You get your little scenario mission, and then you jump into the action right away. So you explore, you fight monsters, you see, oh, I have a bard. What does the bard do? You can see some of her abilities.
Right here, yeah.
And I'm running out of breath because I'm talking too much.
Do you want me to take over?
So as sort of a gateway to D&D, it may get your friends interested and lead them to, hey, I'm interested in creating my own character in a campaign. So, hey, now you have D&D buddies that can play with you, and you can like bring them, sort of like pull them towards the actual real form of D&D. But the game by itself is also has its not its moments, but is interesting in and of itself,
yep.
Right? And now the chat is really running away from me. So, okay.
It's a new D&D game. So we launched in October. This is Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation. You can get the game on Steam and also on Twitch. So, you know, if you compare it to a regular tabletop D&D, it has elements to it. It has the same characters from some of the adventures of D&D, but you have to consider it's not really the same gameplay. Obviously, it's a turn-based game based on the board game, so you'll have some things that you won't find in this adaptation, but you'll definitely feel like you're playing a D&D game, with the die roll being something that I got a 1, yay! So you also have this die roll awesome feeling sometimes.
Okay, I am trying to catch up. I'm really enjoying having all the people talking.
You're doing good.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And okay, so playing tabletop, different video games.
Are you guys playing any D&D campaigns right now in real life? I'd like to know what you're doing in your game.
So Real What Is Love is asking, is there any chance of the game being ported to PS4? Are we looking at ports right now?
Well, I can't answer that.
Okay.
But I can say that we are considering porting to other platforms. But I can say what we're doing right now in the studio.
So Gigs is saying, in other words, Tales from Candlekeep doesn't have a mean DM at the other side, but it's based on the board games, which are kind of rough.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have an actual DM, but the encounter stack is pretty mean from what I've heard.
So if you guys are familiar, the campaign Tomb of Horror is one of the hardest, and it's very popular because it's difficult. Tomb of Annihilation was based on Tomb of Horror, which is very... Well, it's not a walk in the park, you know, when you play these board games.
And you're playing one campaign right now, right?
Yeah, I am playing the Tomb of Annihilation campaign. I have a berserker. She was raised by wolves for a long time. It's the profile that I rolled when I started. So she doesn't have a whole lot of speech. So I'm role-playing this growling berserker, like rage, and she's like, I love my character. It's really awesome.
Kind of picture it. It must be fun.
It's really awesome.
And Nibble, and if you're asking, yeah, Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation. That's the game that we made. I'm kind of trying to show you the logo of the company. We're at Become Studios.
Oh, it's right down here on the overhead.
Oh, okay, it's on the screen too. But yeah, that's the game that we made. It's been available since October, and yeah, it's on Steam and the Twitch store.
We're doing fantastic right now. Look at that.
Yeah, well, you're not getting too distracted.
So the boss is here. Sharak and Dragonbait are the boss, and I'm just cleaning up like ads out here. So you're still fighting the gorilla. Yeah, I've not killed him one shot. So is he gonna attack? Oh, he broke my armor. Ooh, oh, this is not going well. I got a potion.
So. Oh, Berserker. Yeah, that's a... Well, I'm not going to sing the song, but yeah, I remember that song from Clerks. And, I
think of the anime, Berserk. Have you seen that?
No,
oh, it's awesome. Pretty violent. It's pretty good.
So, okay, so Milenio Oscuro is saying that he's the owner of a comics and game store and was the DM of 4th edition of The Encounters, but since the 5th is not in Spanish, it's hard to play with his customers and friends.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the 5th one has not been translated. Or is it? No, that's not the open source one that can get translated by anybody. That's kind of unfortunate, but I'm assuming it's going to be translated at some point, hopefully. And
hey, so right now, sorry to
no, go ahead. I'm just trying to catch up.
So I'm getting hit with a lot of fireballs. Like all the bosses, all the monsters you fight in this game, they have their own actions that they do depending on how you're positioned to them. So you just mouse over the monster, and then we can say, we can see that, you know, if we are adjacent, if we're on a different tile, he'll do different action. And what's happening right now is I'm getting a lot of fire at me because I'm not on the same tile. Okay. I am too far, so I'm gonna have to get a bit closer, and I'm gonna try to finish him off with my Bless Strike. You can see here I'm gonna do 5 of damage plus 10. So I need a 10 to get this.
And if you miss, you still
have 2 of damage.
You still inflict damage.
So cross your fingers. I need a good RNG, and I have advantage. Oh, okay.
Well,
that's
can't
good.
Go wrong.
It could go wrong. Advantage with we'll see. 13. Okay, so it's a kill. Here we go.
And okay, I'm still trying to catch up. And Zigbee Rooster is asking, oh no, okay, if we call them humans or dire halflings in the game. And Midrifty, sorry if I butcher your name, I cannot for the life of me understand what it's supposed to be pronounced like. But if there's any chance that we'll be adding any studio design characters to the game, like characters that we design over here, I think we have the 5 characters from the board game right now, right?
Right. So when we made this PC game, we have to stay loyal to the board game. So even though we'd like to make characters of our own, you know, we want to stick to what the game is. So I mean, it'd be fun, but we had to create a bit more background to Birdsong from the board game. You know, the characters. Artist Timber is from also other campaigns, and even he has a book. It's Azure Bonds, I believe. Oh, Dragonbait is an Azure Bonds, rather.
Yeah, because right now Birdsong has 4 short lines of character background, I think.
So there's no lore.
All that lore. So we can probably expand on that, right?
So we did have a bit of background to her in the game, where she was a slave to the Yuan Ti, you know.
Oh, okay, there's more background.
So the Yuan Ti are like the snake like guys, a bit like Ras Nisi is in this game. So we had a bit more background, and I think also Codename did with their bird song in the game there. So
that's cool.
All right. Okay.
So PB&J. Yeah, we asked about their current people's campaigns, and then PB&J is talking, and I think something went wrong, and the Dragon Rider Lich roasted his halfling monk. So that is not good.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, the character is dead, but he says that there's a new one coming soon.
Yes, and some people are just tuning in the chat. You've never seen this game before. So this is Tales from Candlekeep, a brand new PC game. It's the PC adaptation of the Tomb of Annihilation board game by WizKids. So it's a board game ported to PC. You can now get it on Steam and also on Twitch. And we were nominated as one of the Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier games. So if you haven't voted for a game on the Twitch Prime, by all means, please do go check the games out. And if you enjoy Tales from Candlekeep, it would be really cool, and we would really appreciate it if you voted for our game there as well.
And
I have a very challenging tile at first. I got 3 monsters that jumped.
So we're doing a new mission, right?
Yes, I am doing Ras Nisi Fortress. So I was talking about Ras. You can get the board game here.
It's so heavy.
No, the screen. Yeah, the one you have here. So that's Ras Nisi that you see on the box. You got it.
Okay.
So that's the boss we're fighting right now. We're gonna have to go and find him out there. So, oh, a D20. Can we have D20s in chat, please? I got a crit. Yay!
And Keep Calm 24 is saying that he recently watched some gameplay on YouTube, and it didn't have the dice animation on top of the screen. Do you need a DLC for that, or is it just a setting that you can turn on and off?
So for the dice, no, you don't need a DLC for the dice. It's in the game. As you start, the DLC is the custom dice per each hero if you want to have the different special styles for them, but you still have the standard otherwise. Are they both Québécois? Yes, we are French Canadians with very strong French Canadian accent, but I do have a... Well, we could make it worse. We're doing our...
Yeah, if we tried, it would be horrible.
We could speak really French, guys.
Well, that's not Québécois anymore, but still. But Keep Calm, maybe because the dice didn't ship initially in the game. It was added by an update later on, so maybe that was some old footage, possibly.
Oh, but
or you can probably turn them off.
You can disable the die roll in your options. So maybe you've seen video footage from people that simply disable their die rolls. You can have the die off, manual or even automatic die rolls. So whatever you like.
Again, catching up. So the full name of the game is Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation, but
yeah, maybe one day we'll have Tales from Candlekeep, Legend of Druids, and something like that. So why is it within Tomb of Annihilation? Because this is the PC adaptation of that specific board game. So Tales from Candlekeep, hopefully we'll be doing other board games like Felix was saying, Tales from Candlekeep, Legend of Druids, or one of the other ones.
But I'm letting you speak about that because I don't want to commit to anything, and you are in charge of that. And
so we follow the same storyline, same characters, but it's not the same as the Tomb of Annihilation pen and paper. It's really the board game by WizKids. So
nor is it like it's
yes,
it's the same as the board game from the box, but we've added our sort of series name on it. Does that make sense?
And Ravenloft, Temple of Elemental Evil, Castle Ravenloft, Wrath of Rashadalon, they're all board games from the Adventure system.
Well, some people were talking about minis in chat and how they like to paint them. So yeah, you have some nice little like hobby potential there with some, if you're skilled with paintbrushes or airbrush.
Are you skilled with paint?
Not the least bit. So my minis would stay blank right out of the box. I would call them mint condition. And okay, so yeah, it kind of follows the Tomb of Annihilation campaign storyline, right?
So from the board game, it's exactly the same quest as the board game, except we added extra side quests. Yeah. So we have more content, more lore and side quests into Tomb of Annihilation, since it would have been very quick as a PC game. You know, when you get the board game, you play stuff around. One quest can take 1 hour, 2 hours. While you play the PC game, one quest is definitely not that long. Yeah. So we
Unless I'm talking.
We had we added a lot of side quests to it, of course. So yeah, let's just use that scroll.
And also, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the side quests in the game add a lot of playtime, but they also give you the opportunity to pick up gear. Well, not gear, but materials to upgrade your gear, right?
Oh, are you talking?
Yeah. Well,
I was reading.
From doing the main quest and the side quests, you get materials to craft gear.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So, unlike the board game, we have a crafting system. You can make your armors, so you can have main weapon, secondary weapon, armor, and accessory slots to equip gear and do more damage and all that.
So at Mouse, sorry, I've seen your question go by. I thought that the at DND was to somebody else, but turns out it's probably for us.
So he's asking, do you plan to utilize areas as Forgotten Realms, Menzoberranzan, etc.? Can we use assets from the game to run campaigns of our own? Well, to that question, we have discussed a lot of having a like a dev mode in the game where you could place your own tiles and you can make your own game for the campaigns you run as a DM. So it's something we'd love to do inside the studio, but it's not something we have in a coming update or, you know, in a short-term thing in the roadmap, but we'd love to do it. It just depends on, you know, how the game goes, well, until we get to that point. So
yeah, or well, we have plans, or like not mood boards, but like blue sky ideas. I'm still gesturing off the screen. I don't know why, but we have like not hopes, but plans for the future if everything goes well.
Buster.
Oh, okay. That's a cool intro screen.
So some people were asking about co-op earlier in chat. We do have plans for co-op and multiplayer, so couch co-op, online co-op. You know, we've been looking at that, considering it since even before the game was launched, because of course as a D&D game, as a cooperative adventure system board game, you would want to play this with your friends. So what we really wanted to do when we started making this game is nailing the single player first, and after that, you know, adding other aspects of the game like co-op and all that.
Mm-hmm. And okay, well, I'm gonna go through my little notes again. And to remind you, everybody, that we are nominated, one of the 8 games that are nominated for the Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier that you can go vote for until March 11th.
Yeah, if you'd like to support the D&D family, please take a moment to go vote for Tales from Candlekeep. We would really, really need your support there, so if you can take a second and go vote. Yep. Well, props to you guys. That'd really be sweet.
And also thank you for being here today. We're not done yet, but still, it's nice to get like a nice interactive chat with lots of people asking questions and talking about different subjects. And well, yeah, okay, on Facebook we're still at the voiceover comment. And seriously, Sophie, if you're in charge of the project at some point, if you want to add me as a voice talent, so I can do the scary voice, or a big scary one. Okay,
that's great. That's awesome.
And yeah, Giant Dwarf. There are 5 or 6 board games.
There's 5.
Okay, there's 5.
Yes.
Like 5 actual board games in boxes that you can purchase, and one of them is Ravenloft. One of them is Drizzt.
Yeah. Wrath of Ashar-Danan.
Yeah.
And then you have Temple of Elemental Evil.
Thank you.
And Tomb of Annihilation.
Okay, that's the 5th one. So yeah, those are 5 settings that already exist that you can like play with. And that's it.
So would there be pathfinding improvement or checkpoints, split movement? Yeah, well, we've discussed that. So I can't say if there will be for sure, but it's on our wish list right now. So if you have anything you'd like us to add on our wish list, by all means, do tell us.
Well, if you run into little issues or if you have suggestions or something, the community on Steam is the place to go, I think. You can probably talk to us in chat, but as you can see, sometimes it's kind of difficult to keep track of everything. But if you go post in the community on Steam, Sophie's probably going to be the one answering you, or she's going to relay it to our QA people if you run into little problems. But that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But if you have suggestions or questions or, you know, ideas for the future, that's probably the place to go, I think. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Or if you have a technical issue, I mean, everything is on the Steam page, support, email, and all that. So, yeah. Maybe let us click and hold our path. Maybe. I don't know how that would translate well into ports to other consoles or platforms, but that is definitely something that is doable. So I want to make this last. I don't want to kill Ras too fast. Hey, can we get the DLC character through random drops, or can they be only unlocked through buying?
There's one DLC character right now.
It's Kawasha, and at the moment, only through buying. I can't say for sure it always stay that way, but we're giving away a Steam key of Kawasha every stream that we do in a base game, so you can just stay here and stay till the end and maybe try your luck here at winning this raffle.
So, okay, well, there's some campaign, like, lore, well, not lore, but campaign adventures from Plung. There was a mound of rocks that my party had to climb, We had a goblin at our mercy, so we picked him up, and he wanted to throw him to the top to scout for them. So we botched the roll, and he probably rolled a 1, and he threw him face first into the rocks, and he got back and said, you know what? I don't like you anymore.
I'm not sure if I like you anymore.
So, role-playing that you have to roll with the bad rolls, basically.
Yeah. So, and yes, this game is released. It's out now.
It's been out since mid-October. And, well, there's
this is Felix. Somebody's asking, it's Felix.
I should have a little name tag.
We're in the Become team.
Become right now, but that's not my name.
No, Kupalue, no.
Uh-oh.
All hope is lost. I lost my Kupalue.
And,
I can't go. Like, Arthas Simber's blocking my path right now, so I'll just take on this big zombie Drill Allen. With the 9, is that enough?
Yep, 17.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Alright. I'll move like back here. Here we go.
Okay, still trying to catch up on chat.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, yes, see, that's what I'm saying.
Nice.
So 9 Doctor, awkward 6. Thanks for the answer. Seriously, about buying the game, I was just looking at it in the Steam store. Well, you know, thank you for checking out the game. And yeah, we don't have the exclamation raffle yet. It's coming, we promise. Not today, but eventually. So we're gonna have the giveaways soon because it's like 15 to 7 for us.
Oh my god, time flies. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with questions.
After I kill Ras, you know, we're probably gonna start the giveaway.
And we're gonna look at the map with all the side quests.
Yeah.
And will you kill Ras?
Oh, right. Definitely.
Okay.
I think so. Like, we have 3 healing surge, so it's going well. Ishara still has all of her fire shield, and she's next to attack, so...
And Kidzafia. Oh, okay. Thank you, Gigs, because I did not know the schedule for the chat. Well, not for the chat, but for the Twitch stream today. So.
I'm not sure about Trapped when they're streaming.
Yeah. Well, I know that Waffle Talk is coming up.
Oh, so they're in 2 hours, because Waffle is after us, and then Trapped in the Birdcage is after Waffle.
Because during my like 2-minute preparation before the stream, I was looking at the schedule and I saw Waffle Talk and it was funny, so I wrote it down.
Okay, you want to see something awesome?
So
come on. 1. Oh, it has to be 3 different, so that's why this is not gonna work.
3 allies to like teamwork.
Yeah, I was like, let's do Call Lightning, and I'm like, nope, doesn't want me to do Call Lightning. Okay, here goes.
4 damage.
Okay, so we're gonna have an encounter because I did not explore.
Nope.
And it's something that is very specific to the board game. When you play the board game, the game has encounters happening. So you have bad things going on. Right now I have an assassin vine coming to attack and stun my hero.
And nothing to interrupt it.
Yes, so at first impression, if you play this game and you don't know the rules and you do a bit of like random movements and random stuff, you'll get encounters and you probably wonder why. You're wondering, hey, why am I getting hit by so many things? Sometimes it's hard tiles, sometimes you don't explore. So you have to be sure, check out the game manual or do the tutorial, and then you'll know. But after a game or two, you get the hang of the encounters, because really, you should not be getting that many encounters at all when you play. I'll get one, because I didn't explore, but he's expecting it. I think Artist may be, oh, good.
So, hi JPack124, thank you for joining us. And Encantador the Gamer is asking if the encounters match the board game encounters exactly, or if there's more diversity on either side.
So the board game has specific encounters that affect, say for example, do this effect to the player on your right. We couldn't do that in the PC game, obviously, so we had to tweak that around. But other than that, the encounters are the same. So you'll find the same encounters in the game as the ones in the board game.
Yeah, I think when I was doing the stream with Olivier, the game designer for the game, yeah, he said that like, maybe one or two couldn't be put in, I think
only two. Okay. Yeah, those that affect like positioning in the game in real life. So
kind of difficult to build in a one-player game.
Oh no, I got a 1.
Well, you still.
But Kawasha is gonna take all my healing surges.
Yeah, well, is there what are your options?
Oh, we're doing good. I'll just blame die.
Okay, so well, yeah, Shara is dodging everything, so that's going pretty well.
Yes.
And you
I only have bad rolls. I've rolled like a couple ones right now. 5, okay. Here goes. Here goes.
And Joshua Dillahay is asking, speaking of player positioning, why isn't the game co-op? Well, you said it, but I'm gonna like mirror your answer. Basically, we started the game and we wanted to make it work, make it solid, and make it good as a single player game first, because adding all the net code and the interactions adds a lot of complexity, and you know, when you add complexity, you start stripping stuff. So co-op is coming up, right? Can we commit to that, or it's in the plans, right?
It's in the plans, yeah.
Okay. I don't want to get in trouble by like saying, oh yeah, this and this is coming up and it's gonna be awesome and
well,
new features.
Yeah.
So
everything you want in this game will happen. No, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna let you kill your boss, but we're gonna
I have bad rolls right now. If you have we're probably gonna finish this with Birdsong, I hope. But the problem is, I have the zombie blocking my path to the boss.
So I can't go. Your party is stuck there.
Yeah, I can't go, and I keep missing my rolls here. So, come on! Ah!
Okay, so you have disadvantage. Oh,
and I can't like do anything.
But if you use the Disco Ball of Doom on the boss, can you defeat it?
Yes. So he's probably okay. So I said like he was probably gonna take all my but okay. Though, are we feeling confident? If I miss, I hit 2 of damage. So there's that.
You're still gonna be alive though.
So if I hit, and I have advantage, so
that should go
cross your fingers. Okay. Yes. All right. Here's Ras.
Boom.
So this is where I fall. Here we go. Bye.
7 XP.
Yay.
Good job.
Awesome. Alright, so guys, just the process in which we do the giveaway. We're on a lot of platforms right now. So we're on Facebook, we're also on Twitch, on YouTube as well, Mixer even. So we can do the bot raffle with just exclamation mark raffle. The way we do giveaways, we ask a question in chat, and whoever has the question, the right answer in the timeline gets the key. So we're gonna ask a question regarding something very simple about the game or about D&D in general, and if you have the answer, you get the key. So you have a question in mind, Felix?
Oh, on the spot right now?
Yeah.
Okay. And, well, that would be a good question. Dabil, 0202, who are these two?
I'm Sophie, and this is Felix.
But probably not a good question for the giveaway. So...
Oh. The answer is 20. Great.
What would be my question? You want to go first? Because I'm going to think of one while you do this.
Okay. So today, we started the stream with a boss fight. We fought Narakra. Mm-hmm. And Narakra is a special race of monster. I want to know what that is. What race is that monster?
Terrifying.
Yeah, so whoever has the answer right in chat with the right spelling, please.
Oh boy.
That's not an Arakokra. No, that's not. Terrafolk. We have it right. Willow's Watcher.
Good job.
Willow's Watcher.
Wow, people are quick.
Terrafolk. So you guys got it. I wanted to ask something that you would know even if you did not play Tales from Candlekeep per se. So well done. So Willows, please send us an email and I will send you your key after the stream. You see my email, ms@talesfromcandlekeep.com. So email that and say, hey, I am Willow's Watcher. I won the base game. You get the full game, by the way. So so we can send a mail in.
And now that went super fast, so I don't really have a question. But okay, so let's find a good question about, let's say, the party. So, well, if you have another one, go right ahead.
I just throw whatever I have in my mind. So, okay. Well, guys.
So we can't, like, plan our question because you're all going to hear it.
I'm going to ask something very, very simple. What's the email? It's on the overlay, just under the social media. You see ms@talesfromcandlekeep.com.
Bottom middle of the screen, right?
Yeah, you got it. Okay, so I'm gonna name D&D classes, and I want you to tell me which one is not in Tales from Candlekeep.
Oh, that's good.
Which one is not in Tales from Candlekeep? Are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna start. You ready? Ranger, Wizard, Paladin, Bard, Druid, and Necromancer. Which one of these classes is not in the game? Ranger, Wizard, Paladin, Bard, Druid, or Necromancer? Which one is not in the game? So we have an answer. Plung with the Necromancer. We don't have a Necromancer in Tales from Candlekeep. Good job. So Artus Cimber is the Ranger.
Yep.
Ashara is the Wizard. Dragonbait is the Paladin. Birdsong is the Bard. And Kawasha is the Druid. So we don't have a Necromancer.
So good job, Plung. Congratulations. You get Kawasha.
You get Kawasha, so you get the Druid in your game.
That'd be awesome. Like, but now you get the Necromancer DLC. But no, that's not true. That doesn't exist.
Yeah. All right. Teasing. Well, thank you so very much. We're gonna make way for the next stream to get ready here. So if you haven't voted in the Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier, the game was nominated at the Indie Amplifier, and we need your votes. So if you can take a second, click on the Twitch Prime logo and head over to the Indie Amplifier, cast your vote for Tales from Candlekeep Tomb of Annihilation, and by doing so, you're supporting the Dungeons & Dragons family. And I believe we have a very big family, so it's awesome.
Yeah, well, just judging from the chat today, that's a lot of really cool, like, chatty people.
Awesome.
And also, if you need more convincing, we're going to have a stream tomorrow, probably 3 next week, right?
Yes.
Again, correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And on March 9th, Simcopter 1 is going to talk about our game.
Yeah, Simcopter on Twitch. So we have a special like Twitch streamer, Simcopter 1. He's doing a lot of other games from the Indie Amplifier, but on March 9th, he's going to play Tales from Candlekeep. All right.
And you spelled it right. And also, Waffle Talk coming up. We're going to have a stream tomorrow at 3 Eastern time.
3 Eastern, so like noon PST.
Yeah. And as far as Waffle Talk goes, syrup.
Thank you so much, everybody. So that was Sophie and Felix from Become Studios with the Tales from Candlekeep team.
So have a good evening. And we are not German.
We are French Canadians.
Yeah, we're from Quebec.
All right, Canadians, eh? Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody.